Did you know that North Korea has its own calendar based on the birth of its founder, Kim Il-sung? It's not your usual Gregorian calendar, it's called the Juche calendar. The Juche calendar begins with the birth of Kim Il-sung in 1914, marking it as Juche-1. This unique system is emblematic of North Korea's self-reliance philosophy, and it's a fascinating glimpse into the nation's distinct cultural footprint. This is just one of the many fascinating aspects of North Korea, a country shrouded in mystery and intrigue. To understand North Korea, it's essential to delve into its history. Our journey begins in the aftermath of World War II. The Korean peninsula, once under Japanese rule, was divided along the 38th parallel by the victorious Allied forces. The Soviet Union took control of the north, and the United States oversaw the south. This division gave birth to two separate nations: North Korea, officially known as the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, and South Korea, known as the Republic of Korea. The Korean War erupted in 1950, a conflict fueled by political ideologies. North Korea, backed by the Soviet Union and China, attempted to unify the peninsula under its communist regime. The South, supported by the United States and the United Nations, resisted these efforts. 3 years of intense fighting left the peninsula devastated and firmly divided along the demilitarized zone. In the aftermath of the war, North Korea began to rebuild under the leadership of Kim Il-sung. Kim Il-sung, a former guerrilla fighter against Japanese occupation, rose to power and established a totalitarian regime centered around the Juche ideology. Juche, meaning self-reliance, became the foundational philosophy of North Korea. It emphasizes national independence, economic self-sufficiency, and self-defense. Kim Il-sung's rule, which lasted until his death in 1994, was marked by the construction of a personality cult around him and his family. His son, Kim Jong-il, and grandson, Kim Jong-un, continued this tradition, maintaining an iron grip on the nation while further isolating it from the global community. The history of North Korea is a complex tapestry woven with threads of conflict, isolation, and resilience. It is a tale of a nation that has, against all odds, maintained its sovereignty and unique ideological stance in a world that often seems diametrically opposed to it. This turbulent history has shaped North Korea into the enigmatic nation we see today. Central to North Korea's identity is the Juche ideology. This belief system, developed by the nation's first leader, Kim Il-sung, is a unique blend of Marxism, Leninism, and Korean nationalism. At its core, Juche emphasizes self-reliance in politics, economics, and defense. In politics, it means that North Korea should remain sovereign, making its own decisions free from external influence. Economically, it advocates for independence and self-sustenance, encouraging the nation to produce its own goods and minimize reliance on imports. In terms of defense, it translates to maintaining a formidable military force capable of protecting the country without needing help from outside powers. But Juche is not just an abstract concept. It has concrete implications for North Korea's international relations and domestic policies. On the international stage, Juche explains North Korea's often isolated stance. It's a country that rarely seeks or accepts help, preferring to chart its own course, even in the face of economic sanctions or diplomatic pressure. At home, Juche is woven into the fabric of North Korean society. It shapes the country's education system, with school curricula often focusing on instilling a sense of national pride and self-reliance in students. It influences the economy, with an emphasis on developing local industries and reducing reliance on foreign imports. It even seeps into the arts and culture, with films, literature, and music often promoting themes of independence and self-sufficiency. So, when you look at North Korea, remember that what you're seeing is a nation deeply influenced by Juche. It's a country that prizes independence, values self-reliance, and is determined to carve out its own path in the world. Juche is more than just an ideology, it's a way of life that permeates every aspect of North Korean society. It's a lens through which North Koreans see themselves and their place in the world, and it's a vital part of understanding this unique and often misunderstood nation. Fast forward to the present, and North Korea continues to be a country of paradoxes. In a world increasingly defined by globalization, North Korea is a country that marches to its own drum. Its nuclear ambitions have often been a topic of international concern. Aiming for self-reliance, or juche, North Korea has invested heavily in nuclear technology. Yet this pursuit has often led to economic sanctions, further exacerbating the country's economic struggles. The North Korean economy is largely state-controlled, with a heavy emphasis on industry and agriculture. But it's not all so black and white. In recent years, small-scale private enterprise has begun to emerge, adding another layer to the nation's complex economic landscape. However, economic difficulties persist, often leading to food shortages and other hardships for the people. Human rights in North Korea is another area of concern. The government's strict control over all aspects of life, including freedom of speech, religion, and movement, have led to numerous human rights violations. These issues are often highlighted in the global discourse about the country, painting a rather grim picture. Yet amidst these challenges, the unique cultural aspects of North Korea shine through. Take, for instance, the mass games. This grand spectacle, involving tens of thousands of performers, is a display of discipline, coordination, and national pride. It's a sight to behold, a testament to the human spirit's ability to create beauty, even in the most difficult circumstances. The Arirang Festival, another cultural highlight, is a blend of music, dance, gymnastics, and art. It's a celebration of Korean history and culture, and a symbol of the people's resilience and unity. Despite its challenges, North Korea remains a nation with a rich culture and a people known for their resilience. As we continue to explore this fascinating country, let us not forget its complexities and contradictions, but also its undeniable spirit and cultural wealth. Beyond the political narrative, North Korea boasts some stunning landscapes and architectural marvels. One of the most revered sites in the country is Mount Paektu. This dormant volcano, straddling the border with China, holds a special place in the hearts of North Koreans. It's not just the highest peak on the Korean peninsula that makes it significant, but its symbolic value. Legend has it that this is where the Korean people originated some 5,000 years ago, and it's also said to be the birthplace of the late leader Kim Jong-il. Its crater lake, Heaven Lake, is one of the deepest of its kind in the world, adding to the mountain's mystique. Meanwhile, in the heart of the capital, Pyongyang, the Pyongyang Metro is a testament to North Korean engineering. It's one of the deepest subway systems globally, doubling as a bomb shelter. Its stations are adorned with mosaics and statues telling stories of North Korean history and achievements, making each journey a cultural exploration. In the same city stands the Arch of Triumph, an architectural wonder that's even bigger than its counterpart in Paris. It's a symbol of national pride, commemorating the Korean resistance to Japan from 1925 to 1945. Each of its 25,000 blocks of white granite represents a day of Kim Il-sung's life up to his 50th birthday. The Ryugyong Hotel, also in Pyongyang, is an unmissable sight. This 105-story pyramid-shaped skyscraper, although still incomplete, dominates the city's skyline. It's a symbol of ambition, reflecting the country's desire to impress the world. Each of these sites tells a story, not just about North Korea's past, but also about its aspirations for the future. From the sacred slopes of Mount Paektu to the deep tunnels of the Pyongyang Metro, and from the towering Arch of Triumph to the ambitious Ryugyong Hotel, these sites offer a glimpse into a side of North Korea that's rarely seen by the outside world. But North Korea is undoubtedly a country full of contrasts and complexities. Our journey today has taken us through the annals of its history, from the ancient kingdoms that once ruled this land to the modern state we see today. We've seen how the rise and fall of dynasties, the tumult of war, and the enduring spirit of the Korean people have shaped North Korea into the nation it is now. We've delved into the Juche ideology, a political philosophy that holds self-reliance as its core principle. It's a doctrine that permeates every aspect of North Korean life, from its economics to its culture, and serves as the bedrock of its political system. We've also explored the North Korea of today, a country striving for progress and modernity while still holding fast to its traditions and ideals. It's a place of paradoxes, where futuristic skyscrapers stand alongside ancient palaces, and where the hustle and bustle of city life exists in stark contrast to the serene beauty of its countryside. Lastly, we've had a glimpse of the unseen North Korea, the hidden gems that lie off the beaten path. From the breathtaking landscapes of its national parks to the quiet charm of its rural villages, North Korea offers a wealth of experiences waiting to be discovered. While it's difficult to fully grasp the enigma that is North Korea, understanding its history, ideology, and culture can provide valuable insights into this secretive nation.